Ayo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Geminis back with another YouTube video. I am doing news on the Next Gen blog 2 of 3. I know it's been out for 2 hours, so I'm a little late. Normally, I'm on top of this stuff, but I wasn't even thinking look, like it's Wednesday. Why would they release stuff on Wednesday? So I actually had a whole different video planned to come out today, but I'm just going to schedule that one for Friday, and we're going to go through the Next Gen blog. Normally I like read this shit before. Let me save this image because this is going to be the thumbnail. Normally I read this stuff beforehand and then just go through it on video again for you guys, but we're going to read it for the first time together. So since I just saw this stuff, I just loaded up Twitter and I was like, oh shit, I missed out, but it's whatever. I know this isn't going to get a lot of views since I'm 2 hours late. I can't speak today, but since I'm 2 hours late, it's not going to get as many views as the other Next Gen blog, but I'm still going to make this video just because I want to. So yeah, before we get into this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. I'm going to try to do this in one take. That's normally how I do news videos, just so I can get it out faster. So yeah, you're going to hear me stuttering a lot because that's just how it goes. But yeah, let's get right into it. All right, Courtside report number 2, movement and contact. Blah, 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 I don't care. Next Gen movement. Nothing more exciting. New consoles. I don't think that says anything important. Dribble movement. The dribbler was rebuilt from the ground up for Next Gen, and the difference is night and day. We retained the concept of signature dribble styles that we introduced a couple years ago, but otherwise everything was scrapped and re-architect, bringing a completely different feel with the ball in your hands for Next Gen. Additionally, protect and post movement saw massive upgrades. The aspect of dribble movement that excites me the most is the predictability and consistency of it. It's much easier to go exactly where you want on the floor and in the manner that you'd expect to get there. No unwanted turns or having your player face the wrong way. No bursting up to speed or failed cuts. It just works. And because it's built using the same engine as the Pro Stick dribble move system, movement and moves work cohesively together. Player speeds are more accurate to real life, and the sense of weight feels more realistic. It's a complete package, and I don't think I can overstate how much it's elevated my enjoyment of playing the game. That is perfect. That is something we've needed. Like, literally re-architect dribbling. That's perfect. Like consistent dribbling. That's perfect. All right, let's watch this little video. Is this just he's gonna cut, I'm assuming. Oh no, I think they just want to show that he's okay. I get what they're doing with that. Okay, whatever. Defense and off-ball. All non-dribbling movement from on-ball defense to off-ball defense to off-ball offense and defense is run by our motion engine, which is in its 3rd year of development. Okay, the motion team has been working tirelessly to bring a next-gen improvement to moving without the ball, and it both looks and feels fantastic. Here's some of the upgrades that stand out. Before I read this, I'm hoping this video means that we're going to be able to stop people from cutting, because it's so annoying when somebody just runs right past you and gets open for a lob. That's been a problem for the past 2 to 3 years in 2Ks. I've been playing 2K for like 2 or 3 years, and I've known it's been a problem. So, all right, let's read it. Unique contextual motion assets for various basketball situations. Transition stops, leak out, guard break, anchor, space perimeter. Are these? I don't know if these are like badges or if they're just situations, because I don't understand why they're capitalizing them if they're just situations. Whatever. Bring an awareness to the look of the players on the floor and give them more life. Improved pathing, cuts, and stops make the defenders feel more grounded and fixed. Yes, fix a lot of the sliding from previous. Yes, sliding has been a problem since like 2K18, as far as I know. It's probably been a problem since before then, and it's so bad in current gen for 2K21. So this is great. Sliding, oh my, like literally it takes 10 seconds for an NBA caliber player to change directions. It doesn't make sense for sliding, so I'm glad they've improved that. Defense is going to be great. All right, overall improvement to motion stability and response. In other words, we smoothed out the twitchiness, and players can more accurately follow exactly what you're doing on the sticks. Updated player size detection logic and greater emphasis on player differentiation. Bigs move like bigs and guards move like guards. This includes a lot of new animation content to support signature motion styles. Next Gen is going to be the greatest 2K ever released. It's literally going to be the greatest 2K ever released. Like, bigs aren't going to run like guards. We're not going to see 7 foot, what's his name, Shaquille O'Neal's running down the court anymore. Hopefully. All right, left stick taps allow you to play quick steps, which are really helpful when you need to make subtle adjustments to your defensive position. And here they are showing a quick stop animation. Now let's hope it actually is a quick stop and you can shoot like pretty much immediately from that. It's a pretty cool animation though. So now But I think I like it more as them adding an animation, because it'll be less awkward and easier to time your shot after that, because you'll know when the animation ends and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Foot planting. Sliding in basketball is no good. Yes, I agree. I don't know why you haven't seen this for the past 3 years, but I'm glad you're fixing it at some point. Better late than never. Sliding in basketball is no good, but it's something we've had to live with in the past because of limitations in technology. Oh, okay. Okay, so they just couldn't fix it because of the... We'll ignore how stupid that sounds and just go with it. I'm happy to say that the next-gen version of NBA 2K21 takes a huge leap in that department. Our engineers rewrote our foot planting tech from scratch, and it led to one of the most striking visual improvements when you compare next-gen to previous generations. Players can now take procedural steps instead of sliding their feet when they need to make micro-adjustments. I love seeing proper footwork as players are making hard cuts, accelerating, stopping, even just standing and making subtle movements in place. It just brings 2K hoops one more step. See what I did there? Closer to real... Yeah, shut up. Shut up, Mike. That wasn't funny. Nah, I'm playing. Let's see. Yes, sir. Man ain't sliding on that. Yes, sir. Hold up. Let's see. And 2K, you and like current gen, you would have slid all the way to the damn basket on that shit. That's perfect. And it actually, like, it looks really smooth too. This is gonna be the greatest 2K ever released. I'm telling y'all. Body ups. That's our internal name for all of the interactions between the ball handler. I don't really want to read all this, because I can just assume what it's going to say. Strong ball handlers can... Defenders will be punished with blow-bys if they try and force the contact too late. Let's see how that works, to be honest. Okay. Yo, wait. Please tell me screens are fixed. Hold up. That's on. All right, now I got to read it because I'm hoping screens are fixed. All right, that's our internal name for all the interactions between the ball handler and the defender. It's always a tricky balance, accurately modeled cat and mouse game between. Our goal with body ups was to highlight the improvements that we were able to make both dribbling and defensive movement to that end, and it meant less canned interactions and doing a better job of respecting our user control. I think the next gen version strikes a great balance. Oh wait, hold up. Oh no. Okay, all right. Just ignore what I was about to say. Respecting you, I think the next gen version strikes a great balance between rewarding taking private driving angles and respecting contact. Attempting to drive head first directly into a defender will stop them in their tracks, lead to charges, force pickups. When ball handlers get to the hip of the defender, but the defender matches it well, will lead to more realistic rides that neither player will feel stuck in. And on the other extreme, slow-footed or slow-to-react defenders will be punished with blow-bys, and if they try to force the contact too late, might get hit with a blocking foul. Ooh, okay. Strong ball handlers can also hard stop out of a ride and crab Strong ball handlers can also hard stop out of a ride and crab defenders more effectively, so it's not always about speed when trying to probe into a point. The logic for the types of solutions that play out is much more robust and takes into account every little detail. The end result is better one-on-one. Okay, so what I'm hearing is the game is not going to be... You're not going to feel stuck in animations 24/7. So like it's going to be an animation-based game still, but it's going to feel more responsive. And those screens, like normally in screens you get stuck for like 50 million seconds. So, and it's one Mississippi. Yeah, like 1 or 2 seconds and you're in that screen. So honestly, I'm hoping screens have been improved better because the animations on screens are terrible. Off-ball contact, just like with body ups, we wanted to translate those same principles off-ball. The motion team completely reworked off-ball system, which now features everything from let-throughs, incidental contact, to hard collisions. There's a great freedom of movement when you're working away from the ball, but also realistic contact when it's called for, all with no snatching or sliding. My favorite aspect of these collisions can be seen in the new screen interactions. Gone are the vacuum screens. Thank the Lord. Everybody stop and just pray to whoever you pray to and thank them because there are no more vacuum screens. Somebody... I don't know, call up Mike Wang, give him a $20,000 raise. Somebody help, like, vacuum screens are gone. Thank the Lord. They have plagued basketball games in the past where defenders will get pulled into a screen collision and run in a direction they weren't asking for. That is big facts. You can reject screens appropriately, go over or under as you would expect, and die on a screen if you have a weak defender trying to barrel through a big. It all looks great, but more importantly, feels great for both offense and defense to get outcomes that make sense. That is amazing. So, what the hell? So when I want to dodge a screen now, I can actually dodge the screen. I won't get sucked in. Finally. That shit is so annoying in current gen. Sliding and screens have been the most overpowered thing in current gen, and it's ruining the game. honestly can't wait for next gen now. Got me hella excited. Impact engine. Okay, we see the block. I'm gonna watch this one more time and then read what it says. Alright. The graphics look amazing though. One of the biggest challenges we face when balancing offense and defense is contact in the paint. As you can tell, with next gen, we really stress the importance of respecting user control and not warping defenders into place for the sake of game balance, but it's vital to be able to have reliable contact, especially when protecting the basket in order to prevent bloated points in the paint. For NBA 2K21 next gen, we've developed a new in-air contact shot system that we internally call the Impact Engine. The goal was to completely remove the snatching that we'd been using in past games and resolve collisions on the fly as players hit each other in midair. The Impact Engine next-gen console power gives us the flexibility to do just that by creating reliable contact when players are in fight. We no longer have to take control of defenders while they're on the ground and pull them into place just to force certain outcomes. Oh my god. This will be most noticeable for paint defenders, as they'll have the freedom to maneuver their players into position and make a play on the ball themselves rather than the game dictating what happens based on whatever animations happen to trigger. To further aid paint defense, the logic that goes into block targeting was improved, and we're using I don't know what this means, IK, more heavily now to get the hand to track the ball as well as to minimize clipping. One of the main beneficiaries of the new engine is that we now have contact alley-oop and put-back dunk-ons for the first time in 2K, which looks sick and feel more rewarding when you can pull them off. I'm speechless right now. Literally every issue that I have seen since playing 2K and NBA 2K17, there have been a few issues, major issues that nobody really talks about, that have been issues since I've been playing 2K17, and they're still issues in current gen. These issues are all getting fixed. Like, if you play 2K with me, you know I complain about defense and shit all the time. And literally in, I think it was 2K20, those animations that they're talking about in this paragraph, where you would go, like, if someone was going up for a dunk, it would, and you were trying to block it, it would make you jump or some shit, or you would just stand still and watch them drive past you, and there was nothing you could do about it. I've been complaining about that since I think 2K19, but it was more prevalent in 2K20, and it's being fixed. Sliding is being fixed. I've been complaining about that since 2K19. This is being fixed. Been complaining about that since 2K19. Oh my god, this game's gonna be amazing. And then they've got I think, who was it that's been asking for this? There's a YouTuber that's been asking for contact lobs for a minute. I don't remember who it is, but this is gonna be so cool. Hopefully the animations look good. If they add that, what is it? Was it DeMarcus Cousins? No, DeAndre Jordan. If they add that DeAndre Jordan animation, it's gonna be amazing. Let's see what this is. Charges. Okay. Let's read it before I say anything. On-ground contact also saw major upgrades, specifically with charge and block fouls. Beating the shooter to the spot and getting set will yield a lot more successful charge calls on the offense, while being late will give you more blocking fouls. We also added crash layups for the situations where the shooter barrels into the defense, but a charge or block aren't warranted. These animations will help convey to the player that they're forcing the issue and hopefully teach them to respect paint defenders next time they go inside. If you can't get around the defense, sometimes it's better to shoot a floater or a pull-up jumper. This is literally going to be the best game 2K's ever put out. PS5 trigger effect. Something that always excites us as developers is the introduction of new hardware features that come along with new consoles. When we first heard about the PlayStation 5's adaptive triggers and haptic feedback, we immediately began brainstorming ways to use them to enhance the gameplay experience. As soon as we got our hands on the dev kits, our lead engineer experimented with several prototypes to figure out what made the most sense for a basketball game. For the adaptive triggers, we opted to use them to convey energy/fatigue. Ooh. As you move around the court, you'll feel more and more resistance on the sprint trigger as your player's energy drains. That's sweet. We also use adaptive resistance in the post game. Strong post players will feel very little resistance on L2 when backing down weaker opponents, but you'll have to use more force to pull L2 when it's on the other way around. It's very interesting to play with and helps immerse you into the experience. I don't know if Xbox has adaptive triggers. I'll look it up at the end of the video. But that's actually really, really sweet. Like, I was thinking this was just going to be, when I read this part, I was thinking it was just like PS5 paid for them to say some shit in this so they get more exposure or whatever. But I don't think this is a sponsored or partnered message or anything. I think they for real just thought of this and added it. It's really cool. As for haptic feedback, we used it to accentuate our various collision systems: box out, body up rides, off ball, collisions, deny rides. Basically, any situation where players make contact will vibrate the controller at various intensities depending on the strength of the players involved and severity of the impact. It's so dope to feel the difference in your hands between a grazing bump and a hard hit. It's also a great reinforcement tool to understand when you're making players work too hard on the court, which could hit their energy and stamina levels and potentially... Yeah, this last thing was exactly what I was thinking. Like, if I'm playing 2s on the park and I'm getting hit with hella screens, like I'll be able to tell if they're strong or not, and based on the based on the vibration, and if my shit is vibrating way too hard, if my controller is vibrating way too hard, I can be like, hey, big man, pull up, like, step up a little bit, come help me out, because these screens are wild. And, you know, and, like, and honestly, even that like, Steve Adam, whatever his name is, I don't know why I'm forgetting, I'm a Thunder fan, too. He said a big body, but, like, he's not stuck in that screen that long. So, I don't know, screens seem like they got nerfed, and I'm excited. Alright, but yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. Thank you, Mike Wang. Let me see if does the new Xbox controller have haptic feedback on the triggers. Xbox Series X controllers, it will incorporate Bluetooth. I don't give a shit. It won't have haptic feedback. Aw, damn. Alright, so no, so that's just the trigger thing is just a PlayStation thing. So y'all do get that, but joke's on y'all, we get the game 2 days earlier. Suck it. So I don't want to hear nothing about y'all PS5 people. Polo, I don't want to hear nothing in the comments. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. I think this was a long one. It probably took me a minute to read everything. And yeah, the video I was going to release today, I'm just going to put it out on Friday. I scheduled it already. So yeah, if you see this video, be on the lookout for the video Friday. It'll be out at 11 a.m. Eastern time, right on the dot. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. All right. Peace.